Welcome to
영국문화.
And today we're talking Easter and Easter traditions.
Over a cup of tea.
Come grab yourself a cup and come join us. So, you've been in the UK for quite a few years now.
True.
What Easter traditions have you celebrated in the UK?
To be honest, I didn't have much chance to explore any British Easter traditions. I've only seen, like, if you go to Tesco or Sainsbury, if you haven't seen our videos about supermarkets in UK, you should watch it. Anyway, I've only seen all the like bunny-looking chocolate eggs are everywhere. Maybe we can show them how it looks like.
Yeah, so these are, smaller chocolate eggs. These are very cute. And you'll get lots of small ones like this. But you can also get the really big chocolate eggs, which are my favorite. But more expensive.
It is. It costs around like 10 to 15 pounds, isn't it?
And if you go to one of the more high-end supermarkets, watch our supermarket video to find out what that is.
Yeah.
They can be like £25.
I think I've definitely seen the one with about like 40 pounds with different nuts inside, hazelnut, macadamia, whatever fancy nuts they want to put it in. They make it into high-end Easter chocolate, right?
But it's really fun. It's like a symbol of my childhood to crack it open.
Really?
And you get like, because same with the bunnies, you get like really thin layers of chocolate and there's something very pleasant about the shards and they're really good. And I've actually tried making Easter eggs myself and then you can stuff them with whatever you want. It's quite fun.
I'm sure you did. Can you tell me more about what is the UK tradition of celebrating Easter?
So I think it's a lot to do with chocolate nowadays. And chocolate eggs, actually, I found out this week are a very British tradition.
Is it?
Like in the US, you don't see chocolate eggs, you'll see chocolate rabbits, but not chocolate eggs, which I heard and I was like, oh, I should research that so I can come to this video and talk about it. But I didn't research it, so...
That's a really good point, because if I see like US drama, Netflix, I've only seen chocolate bunnies. People talk about those, but like egg hunting, I think you've mentioned.
Yeah, have you ever done an Easter egg hunt?
No, I've told you. So she was mentioning that we should do egg hunting at our place. But I wasn't sure if she's mentioning the real egg, chicken's egg, or she's talking about chocolate egg.
Well, I bet back in the day, they probably hid real eggs on the farm. But I don't want to hide real eggs in your flat.
Is it more like a children's thing, or is it also like adult friends?
Unfortunately, it's a children's thing, and that's why
we don't mind,
I haven't
don't
done
we?
it in years. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very cute. And it's, if you have kids, you do it every year, but if you're adults, you do not, which is very sad. But I think
Well, we're going to do it anyway, right?
Yeah. Are there any... Okay, so I want to know about Korean traditions of Easter. Because obviously a lot of these traditions we're talking about are more now what we do nowadays. And it's not sort of talking about the religious traditions.
Yeah.
Which I can talk about. I guess I was raised with that too. But is it... what traditions are carried forward in Korea?
My family, we don't have any religious like faiths in particular. So, but my university that I attended, it was a Catholic university. So every Easter holiday seasons, I was living in a dormitory, but our head of our dormitory would be a nun or a priest. So we'll go to like, what do you call, like going to Catholic church and listen to the priest. Mass.
Going to Mass.
We'll go to Mass and sing a song. Try to feel some Holy Spirit in this Easter holiday. But to be fair, I think in my early uni days, I was more excited about the holiday itself, not the religious meaning, which I feel a little guilty as a person who was baptized.
But like holiday as in just the time off.
Yeah. Because even this holiday, we got Good Friday and Monday we're off. So we're having 4 days in a row, having a break. And honestly, working as a working woman, I need some holiday.
Agreed. It's nice to have a 4-day weekend. I think in summer and spring in the UK, we have quite a few bank holidays. So we're getting to the period where we're going to have a lot of extra days holiday, which is nice. But yeah.
It's a favorite time of the year because we've used up most of our annual leaves in early this year because we've been traveling a lot.
I have 1 day left to take.
I can't believe it.
So it's April now, and it resets in January next year. I have 1 day left.
I'm telling you, you should look for another job that you can top up your holidays again.
If you want to send me money, no, I'm joking. No, I do. Yeah, more holiday would be good, but it's not too bad. I don't have any holiday left because I did use it all up in Feb.
Yeah.
But back to Easter. I wanna ask more questions about Korean traditions actually, because we do more religious side. Like Easter is like the celebration after a period of fasting. Like it's like Lent. Do you do Lent in?
Could you elaborate?
So it's like, I think it's 40 days of fasting. So traditionally it's the 40 days before Easter. I think it starts with Palm Sunday or something, where you get ash on your head or something. I forget. Correct me in the comments. But there's like a whole like different stages. So for these 40 days, you have to give up certain things. So often when we were younger, it would be like, I'm not eating chocolate for 40 days, or I'm going to do this. And I think it very much gives New Year's energy, where it's like my New Year's resolution. It's like people restrict themselves in order to then at Easter, you celebrate, and then you're able to eat those things again or engage in those activities again.
Oh, is it like the main reason of doing fasting is like trying to appreciate what you take it for granted?
I think it depends, but I think it's more sort of like respect for Jesus, sort of like very tied to religion, and sort of like periods of fasting as sort of. I'm not sure the origins of why fasting is used in Catholicism, but definitely.
But tell us, leave us a comment if you know anything. Better, having a better knowledge about this than us.
No, but it's quite cool though. Do you know much about like pagan origins of Easter?
I have no idea.
It's like, so Easter's like a lot about new life, new birth, and that's to do with like Jesus is rising. But historically, like thousands of years ago, around this time, there were a lot of celebrations to do with like spring and the harvest. So I think a lot of the egg, the bunnies, that's to do with nature. And I think,
is it affected by some harvesting agriculture society back in the days?
I think so. So I think a lot of like the celebrations at this time of year were to do with the harvest and celebration of food and nature, because
that makes sense. In the past, like having a table full of food, having those feasts wasn't something that you can have day to day. It's for a celebration, sharing with your family, cousin, neighbors, right?
And it's sort of like the success of but also success of the harvest will impact your health and your livelihood for the rest of the year, and there is so much tied to that. It's quite interesting,
right? I agree.
I don't know, other celebrations you have in Korea sort of tied to nature? Is there like a lot of historical context to them?
Easter in particular, I can't really comment on that because I don't think my family really celebrated Easter in particular. Some extra holidays, as I mentioned before, that's something that we do. But I think when I was in kindergarten, in primary school, I think we did some kind of activity because one of my teacher, I think she was Catholic, so she made us paint the eggs on the surface and make it like a cute bunny eggs and bring it home. Oh, now that I think about it, I remember my teacher, she boiled a bunch of eggs and just handed it out to us. And I was like, why is she giving us eggs? That's so odd. Well, I guess it was her own way of celebrating.
Were they
Easter.
Decorated eggs?
Some of them were, but I remember she gave us like a little piece of paper about Jesus loves you.
I want to do this. That would be really... Okay, I might do it for my flatmate.
I can do it tomorrow.
I once did give my flatmate eggs as a present. Well, she needed eggs, so I bought some for her.
Was it raw?
Yes. But I just put them on her bed because she was working lots of late nights. So sometimes I would leave a little present on her bed, like a sort of like a little protein bar to make sure she's having enough energy during the day.
That's so sweet.
She likes eggs. So I just positioned them really nicely and I put a spotlight on them because we like eggs in our household. They're so good. I've been working on some really good scrambled eggs. How do you like your eggs?
Ooh. For me, sometimes depends. If I want to put like an open sandwich, I'll do like sunny side up. But most of the times I like it to just cook it fully cooked and then have it with rice, sesame
Fully cooked,
oil.
like boiled egg?
Just grilled.
But not runny yolk?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So I'll put with rice and some soy sauce, sesame oil. It's really tasty. If you haven't tried it, I'll make you try.
You should make it yourself.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried? So I really want to try curing egg yolks. I've done it before and they're delicious.
With a soy sauce.
Soy sauce, but you can do it with salt as well, and you can get it really dry with salt, and then it's so dry that you can grate it onto food on top.
I think I've seen Instagram video about it. About the Easter holiday, not just itself. How are you celebrating?
I think eggs. We should talk more about eggs. Sorry, I got eggs. No, sorry, sorry, not to.
How are you spending Easter holiday?
Well, I've invited a lovely friend of mine to my parents' house, and yeah, this is not where I live. It's where my parents live, and we are eating lots of eggs. We have invited some family friends over. We're going to have a feast together. And that's how we're celebrating. I feel like we do less structured stuff for Easter than we do for Christmas. But what we did when we were younger is on the Friday, you'd go to church.
Did you go to church this time?
No, I was raised Catholic, but I do not, I guess you could say an atheist. Though I respect the traditions and I respect the culture of how I was raised, and I think the church is like a really good community building center.
I agree.
And so I still do a lot of the traditions I was raised with. And so Friday is the day where it's sort of like, oh, Jesus is dead, rip. And then you don't feast too much. And then on the Sunday is where all the fun happens. You have the Easter egg hunt, you have the chocolate, and you come together as a family. I think there was also something about wafers, where you share wafers and you break bread.
With a red wine?
That's more just usual mass.
That's Christmas, was it?
Christmas, yeah, it might be what we do at Christmas, where you have a wafer, you take someone else's wafer and you're like, I wish you well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very good with the Easter traditions, but
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at it too. But can you tell me more about the tulips behind? Because it's so nice.
Well, my dad and my mum, they have a nice garden. This is the front garden. Don't search, I guess I'd be surprised if anyone could.
It's beautiful weather today.
It's nice. But they're really bold and they're really bright, and I'm very bad at gardening, but I think this is good representation of spring. Especially, these are like baby daffodils, I think.
The yellow one?
Yeah, I think that's like a really strong signifier of spring. Yeah,
I've seen on the street or the park, they put like, how do you call it again? Daffodil?
Daffodil, yeah.
Daffodil is like all across the gardens. Yeah, it is, along with some cherry blossoms.
Yeah, it's nice. It makes everything a lot sort of more joyful when the flowers start to spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The summertime begins, so...
it's not far away now.
Yeah, it's nice that we can get access to more sunlight.
Yeah.
I feel more alive.
What are you looking forward to most about spring this year?
Spring, you mean like warm weather, summery weather? I think we're almost past the spring phase. But I'm more excited about summer. We can go on a picnic. Picnic is the best part of summer, I feel like. Because you can just grab like can of beer and then we can meet up with friends. We chat about life. Yeah.
It makes it more affordable.
It is.
It's nicer.
And we can meet up more often. Because in London, there's many parks around the city. So we can meet up in Regent's Park, Hyde Park. Not just that, like Southwark Park.
Oh yeah, Hampstead Heath is so good for that. Yeah.
We should really we should go to a park during the summer and we can make a content about it.
I think so. Oh, you know what we should do? We should do an Easter egg hunt, but it's like a what do you call it when you film? Like the cameras. No, you find the Easter eggs, but the camera is our face, so it's like an interactive, but it's not interactive. But it's like you're finding the eggs, and it's like a video game is what we could do. I think that would be really good, and it could help. It could definitely be tied to an English teaching channel. I don't know how, but let's.
Oh, by the way, we should mention we have a great study material provided for this video.
Oh, do we? I haven't done one for the last one.
Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, so what we are providing is the transcript as well as a few exercises to make sure if you want to listen casually, you're able to listen casually, podcast style. But also there are some strategic exercises you can do to improve speaking, listening, and comprehension skills. When you're just listening, it's good, but you can be more strategic if you really want to improve your English skills. We both have a background in English teaching, so that's kind of informed the resources.
It is, and she puts so much effort creating those study materials.
There's some effort.
I would recommend watching video, go through the material. The material itself is free, but feel free to add some coins if you want.
It's a pay what you like. So we want it to be free for everyone, but it's kind of like a tip system.
Yeah. If you guys tip, we're gonna grab a nice coffee together.
Yes.
Right? No pressure. No pressure.
This is how we fund our lifestyle of coffee.
I feel like we're running out of coffee.
Yes. Well, we are off to get ready for Easter festivities, but would love to know how you celebrate Easter. If you have celebrated Easter, let us know in the comments. And catch you in the next one.